Hey dear, it's Clips Banker Caps here. Today we're going to be explaining a legendary fantasy movie, named The School of Good and Evil. Watch out, spoilers ahead, and enjoy. The movie begins sometime in the past. There were twin siblings Rianne and Raphael who established the School for Good and Evil, made for fantasy legends, called Evas, and the bad guys, called Nevers, separately. Being incontent and dissatisfied with evils being in constant submission to good, Raphael assaults Rianne using blood magic, and as the two fights off in a cliff they fell over. Just then we see that Rianne was luckily still alive. Years later, in the village of Gavaldon, best friends Sophie and Agatha. Sophie's mom died when she was little and Sophie always dreamt of becoming extraordinary savior to the world, while Agatha is considered a witch and just never seemed to care. One day, they learn about the legendary School of Good and Evil from a bookshop owner. While the critical, nonconformist Agatha is skeptical about it, meanwhile Sophie fantasies about getting away from normal life and turning into a princess. A couple of evenings later, Sophie endeavors to take off from Gavaldon. At the point when Agatha finds out and attempts to intercede, a monster Stimpf unexpectedly drags them and drops them in the woods. Suddenly a giant bird flies them to the school. Sadly, however, Agatha is dropped at the School for Good while Sophie is dropped to the School for Evil. Agatha fights, wishing to get back to Gavaldon, while Sophie demands she is placed in the School for Good. Agatha and Sophie search out for Headmaster Rianne. Rianne informs Sophie he'll only allow her to switch schools if she can prove herself an Eva by attaining true love's kiss. By accomplishing genuine romance's kiss, Sophie then turned to getting Tedros, the child of Lord Arthur, as her genuine affection, thereby needing Agatha's assistance. Agatha and Sophie struggle in their respective classes and are outcast by their peers. Though Agatha is vocally critical of Good's superficiality, Everdeen Clarissa Dovey argues her sense of empathy makes her the first true princess in a long time. Meanwhile, in the interim, Sophie has been attacked another student. Just then Raphael appears as a swarm of bees and shields Sophie, saving her from another understudy's assault. The Dean of Nevers member Leonora Lesso sees this as Sophie's extraordinary potential for at long last winning a triumph for evil. At the point when Sophie attempts to draw near to Tedros, Lesso trims her hair to break her soul. Under Raphael's influence, Sophie goes through an extreme change in both appearance and character, thereby acquiring the bad guy characteristics of the Nevers. Though she makes fun of Agatha, Agatha still tries to aid Sophie by using magic to bring her and Tedros together. Because if an Eva and a never being together causes disorder between the two schools, Rianne determines a trial by tale to settle the issue. At the trial, Sophie winds up demonstrating awkward in protecting Tedros and herself, causing Agatha to save him instead. This results in Tedros ultimately rejecting Sophie for choosing self-preservation over him. Convinced by Raphael that Agatha is her enemy, Sophie accepts his offer to blood magic. Sophie cripples Dovey, Lesso, and the other school staff, and crashes the Evers ball. Presently she's changed into a witch. She threatens Agatha Tedros into attacking the School for Evil. However, by attacking, the Evas break the law of good defends, evil attacks, resulting in the Nevers and Evas magically switching places and a violent battle breaking out. When Sophie goes to seek revenge on Rianne, he reveals himself to have been Raphael all along, having survived the fall and killed Rianne, assuming his identity and manipulating Good's stories to weaken good from within, favoring evil. He then proposes that he and Sophie to rule together, declaring her as his true love. As they kiss, the both schools start collapsing, horrifying Sophie. When Agatha arrives, Raphael tries to impale her with the Storian's pen. Sophie pushes Agatha out of the way and takes the fatal hit. Her sacrifice undoes Raphael's spell, reversing the damages caused and saving everyone. Agatha, using the help of Sophie and Tedros, was able to slice Raphael with a sword, killing him. Agatha kisses the dying Sophie goodbye. This proves to be a demonstration of true love, and just then the kiss revives Sophie. The Evas and Nevers accommodate, and the re-established school staff choose to join the two schools into one. A portal to Gavaldon opens, and Agatha kisses Tedros before crossing over with Sophie, returning to their old lives. However, an arrow and a mysterious knife pierce the veil between worlds. Then the historian then states that this is only the beginning. Subscribe for more videos like this, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell not to miss my next video.